Sound test room.
Hey, hello everybody, welcome to Sound Test Room. Today we're going to take a look at Exhale by Output, which is incredibly good. It's modern vocal engine. It's a vocal instrument. It's for Kontakt. It's like nothing else. It really isn't like anything else. Okay, so I got to put a big thank you out to Output, and in particular Brian and Jay, who've helped me out massively with this as well. When it came out, I watched the videos and I thought, I love EVI, electronic voice synthesis stuff. I mean, it's a really massive thing for me. I think maybe because I can't sing, but I've got like vocoders and all sorts of stuff, and I love all this choir stuff and everything to do with voice synthesis, voices and stuff like that. And Output is Exhale is just incredible. You can play Exhale in various ways. You have notes mode here, which is kind of like your lead stuff. So while you're in notes mode, you can scroll through all these presets here. I'm going to show you how to save your own as well. So this is one that I built a little earlier today. Literally took about 2 or 3 minutes. Lovely. So, and then we have loops mode as well. So we go into loops mode and we say, for instance, we choose this one here, and this will play a loop. Particular from you can see there my key fires here from C3 to C4. We'll play loops. And slices mode, which is one of my favorites, will play from C3 to C4. And the very cool thing about this is you see this up here, this little F minor here. Once you get if you need the key of your song, you just click on that and you can do major, minor, or just change it out on a particular A minor, for instance, and then all aria was going to be in that. So before we get what I'm going to do, before I get down to going through the synth and some of the presets and stuff like that, also as well, by the way, you can categorize, so if we're in keys mode and we choose, let's see, we want some leads, we can redefine our searches here. So leads, we want some electro type leads, you'll redefine a gain. So for instance, this one, Technicolor. Top job. What we're going to do is I've built this little track here, just using Exhale, apart from 2 instances of East-West Quantum Leap for the drums. I had a drum pattern run and then just a couple of cymbal crashes and stuff. Other than that, every single thing you're about to hear is Exhale. Every single thing. I seriously at this point suggest you put some headphones on because there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's kind of like being a chef, working in a Michelin star restaurant and being given the finest ingredients in the world to work with. And this is what like Exhale is, it gives you the finest ingredients, and then you can mix and match and put stuff together. You can play it, you can have it slicing, you can use the macro settings here, which are also super easy to control as well. So for instance, with this particular sound, we can add more dirt or control the tone or the pitch. But we can swap out any of those we want just by clicking on the macro, choosing a different one. And then you assign it to it in your effects part here, when we go into the engine bit. But anyways, what I'm going to do is play this track, like I said, listen through headphones, and this give you kind of thing, the very, very, very cool stuff you can do with Exhale. That really, before this, if you were if you were going to try and do something like this, it would absolutely take you so long, as you probably hear. Anyway, guys, so I'm just going to play this track for you, and then I'm going to get back and we're going to run through some of the sounds. I'm going to show you how you build your own preset, how you save it, super simple saving. And yeah, so just have a quick listen to this. So there you go. There's that thing was built with Exhale, apart from the drums. Every single other instrument in there, the bass, the whole thing, everything, just Exhale. And mainly just the presets with some alteration on some bits and pieces of delay or reverb and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get on with the actual instrument itself. Like I said, you have 3 ways to play notes, which is kind of like your lead type thing, loops, and then slices. And slices, we'll put a slice over, say for instance we choose this one. If you can see down here when I'm triggering with my MIDI keyboard, you'll trigger 13 slices over the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different slices over 1 octave from C3 to C4. So you can kind of play cool melodies and make sure your key is right. This was something I used in that, similar to that. Okay, so and then same thing with this, is still in slices mode, so some super cool stuff. I love slices. nice. So back into the actual notes mode here, which is kind of more like your standard playing technique type thing here. You can pick anything, you know. So let's, again, we can go with complex, and we'll choose this one. I'll wait for it to load. I mean, this is brilliant for stuff like soundtrack work, you know, soundtrack, hip hop, EDM, anything that you want to put really cool vocal stuff into, you know, and then you're good to go. A wormhole. I'll just run through a few sounds here so you're getting an idea. Now that's in complex. I mean, we could go airy and warm. See this one? Oh, that's just... That's just holding down one note. Very, very strange indeed. This is, if you're into anything to do with vocal production or just doing some cool stuff, this is just one of those essential instruments, you know, that... One more date in. Take it out. Fantastic. So let's go to for now, go to initial. And what we're going to do is dig into the engine. I'm just going to show you how to build a patch quickly, and you can save it as your own patch sort of thing. So you can see you have two sample engines here, and at the moment we've just got source A, which we can pan any way we like here. We can control the volume as well, also, and we can tune it as well if we want to. And here we have EQ, ADSR, and then settings for that particular thing. So we want to, let's engage number 2 as well. And there we go. Now to change any particular sound, let's just switch that off a sec. We'll just hit this here, and you're presented with all the various samples that are included, and it comes over 4 different things. So you have the one shots here. So for instance, we can do this or this one. And that's the sound that I used. I think was a preset that used this sound. In that little track thing. So let's just stick with that one there for this, and we click OK, and then let's turn on our second engine and run in there. Actually, what I shall do is just turn down the, so I'll switch it off for now, and then we can choose a different one, for instance. So we could have, or we could go to various pads. So we could have a, or this, and then you have tape as well, which are slightly different. Sounding like a. And we could try this one. So let's try that. So let's switch this engine back on now. So that's quite nice. At this point we can start to pan. So we get a bit of a different thing here, and then we can control our ADSR for either sample. So we could have a. So that's quite nice now. Now you have this rhythm section, FX engine, and this flux, which does certain things, but I suggest you watch there. You want to go and watch Outlook's video tutorials on these. They go into a lot more detail than I'm going to here. This is just a quick thing, okay? But there's tons and tons of ways you can use this, controlled by this here for your motion effects here at the top, and then your basic effects. So here we have our reverb, which we know is switched on. And we switch it off if we like. And we go. So that's just the clean samples. And then you have a ton of presets that you could choose from. Let's choose, say, for instance, and then we have our delays. And we have 2 delays as well. So say for instance we just wanted to save that. We go and locate up here, so this little disk here, and we'll go click save as new preset, and we'll call it reverb with heavy reverb. So, and then we'll just click save, and you can see users highlighted here, and we'll just click save, and then when we go back to our main here, you'll see that if I just change the effect, this is one I set up earlier. And then we choose our new one, which we've just done, our oh yeah reverb. Fabulous. Okay, so you get the idea there. Super simple to save your own presets as well. Now let's have another listen to some of these cool slices before we go. Okay, so I can't tell you, it's just genius the way they've done this. Just genius. Alright guys, so before we go, I'm going to just solo out some of these as well, because some of these are really, really interesting. So the first, when the track first started, we have this. I'll just solo this. Which I think is absolutely fantastic. I think it's all fantastic. So what happens to this one? And you can hear the motion, the movement as the chord sustain. Like I said, very little of this was actually touched. Let's see what I did with this one here. And then the next one along here. Which is a bit of bass for the first verse. And then moving swiftly on. This one, I'm not sure what this was. There's some effects there, and this one. Oh no, that's miles along. can see again that getting this stuff, when you fit it together, sounds absolutely lovely. And very, very, very cool. Oh, this is particularly nice. All I did with this was increase the delays. So that's the kind of thing you get there. And then we'll skip the 2 drum tracks. See what this was. Oh yeah, this is particularly good. But what happens is you hold your key and then the note will slide up to the note that you want, sort of thing. So you get this kind of effect. Which, when it's put in, you can hear it. When it's put in with the actual track, sounds lovely. Cool beans. And where are we now? This one, we'll solo this. Again, just some work with the air delay on the preset. And then nearly through. That's a fantastic sound. Again, I just increased the reverb, I think, on the preset. That's all I did. Like I said, you have all these fantastic ingredients. Just mix away. It was a real temptation to just go completely crazy and keep adding and adding and adding, but then you kind of start to detract a little bit. You want people to hear to a degree. You want them to hear everything, you know. This was another. Very, very, very similar kind of slice I used. Got to use a lot more here. So there you go, guys. Otherwise, I'll be here all day, all the live long. Okay. Yeah, so Exhale by Output. It is brilliant. It's just simply brilliant. It's, for me, it's an instrument like this is like heaven sent, you know. It's just so useful for stacks of stuff. I mean, maybe you wouldn't build the whole thing, but, you know, you can see that you can easily build a complete track just using Exhale. And it's so great. Sounds great. Anyway, I hope you like this, guys. If you have liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Visit us at thesoundtestroom.com. Where me, Colin, and Jacob would help you out with whatever we can. And I hope you have, this is just before Christmas, so I hope you guys have a great Christmas and the holidays and stuff. And yeah, awesome. I'll see you later.